Okay, good afternoon. I know I haven't done a reel with Robo in a long time, but we about to get real because I am about done tired. Done tired. Done tired of the left wing nonsense, okay? Somebody get up on the stage the other night at a Tenacious D or whatever, and they said, oh, well, he should have practiced more and he would have missed. Okay, first of all, apparently all these yahoos that are saying that haven't watched the videos. Okay? And so I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. It was planned. Period. Dot. Biden can't get around it. Karine Jean-Pierre can't get around it. Cheeto Puff Cheeto can't get around it. And Mayorkas can't neither. And the Secret Service, if I was Trump, I'd fire all of you. I'd fire all of you and arm MAGA. Because quite frankly, I don't care what your problem is. I don't care if you didn't have any security. I didn't care if you only had 2 people up there in security. From what I hear around the news stations and everything, you had 30 minutes. And then on top of that, you had 15 minutes. Okay, so let's go through this. Let's go through this bit by bit by bit by bit. Number 1, Cheeto, you're inept. You need to be fired. Period. Not just quit, not resign, not go somewhere else. You need to be fired and not allowed to oversee security in a video game. You're done, heifer. Number 2, Karine and the rest of them talking about, oh, it's the political violence. It's because Trump, he's so, we're going to take our country back and we're going to do this and do that. Trump's the one that got shot. No one else. So no. All right? You're not going to play, oh, well, blame the victim, because that's what y'all doing. And see, I'm not like the rest of the people up there and go and sit there and have you say, oh, well, now you're trying to say we're blaming the victim. You are. You, Secret Service, and the rest of them are blaming Trump. Well, we told him not to have outside venues. What about that guy that tried to kill him in an inside venue? And a regular police officer had to stop that. So apparently you're inept in outside venues and inside venues. And with pre-warning. You're just inept all around. And no, I'm not going to be nice and say, well, there's some Secret Service people that are pretty cool. No. All y'all get to handle this bag. All right? All y'all get to handle this bag. Because I don't see none of y'all coming out and saying, no, that's not the way we flow. There's something wrong with that picture there. All right, 30 minutes before the shooting happened, a regular officer called in and told them with a picture that this dude was in a Range Rover and to be on the lookout because he was heading their way. And it was a picture of the dude 30 minutes before the shooting. Okay, so now we're getting a timeline. 30 minutes before the shooting, a regular officer said, there's this dude outside that building, because there were snipers, counter snipers in that building from the police. And they told Secret Service, there's this dude outside with a rangefinder. If you don't know what a rangefinder is, it's this little device that tells you how far something is from something. Okay? And the counter sniper police unit that was in the building stayed in the building and called it in 30 minutes beforehand. Said there's this dude with a rangefinder scoping out this building. 15 minutes beforehand, a cop climbed up and saw the dude on the building with a gun. Enough to where when the dude turned around, the cop ducked, lost his balance. Why the hell was Trump still on the stage, Secret Service? I'm not in security. My husband's in security. He's a Marine sniper as well. And he's been giving me little tidbits. Like, that roof having an angle means absolutely nothing. Okay? Means nothing. Cheetos, Cheeto. He would have had somebody on the roof, in the building, moving around, looking everywhere, would have somebody else on the other building, somebody patrolling the tree line. And now they're saying there might have been a second shooter on the water tower. Nobody was up on the water tower. Like I said, I'm not a sniper. I just play one in my video games. All right? My happiest place in the world for snipers elite is up high on something like a water tower. And you know what the Secret Service came back with? We told him to stop holding outside venues. Why? If you were not inept in your fucking job, you would not have needed to worry about that. I mean, I hate to play devil's advocate here, but let me burden some thoughts into your mind. Now, like I said, this is not a threat against anybody in any kind of political seating. But if you're in an inside venue and somebody throws a grenade in there, what's going to happen? Okay, so if you're inept in an outside arena and the inside arena, somebody tosses a grenade up in there, and you're inept at securing locations, how the hell you gonna stop that? This is why all y'all need to be investigated, because 30 minutes, then 15 minutes, and Trump was still on the stage. Dude was still up there with the rifle. Why was not the, I don't know, 3 of the Secret Service people, like the females that were standing in front of Trump in case there was a second shooter or more shots or they didn't get him? These short ass females standing in front of Trump, why weren't they shimmying their asses up on that building while the big men were taking him to that bulletproof car? Because I would have been like, hold on, he need to go. He could come back and do his speech, but he need to go for a minute. Calm the hell down. And then that building would have got swarmed. I am so sick and tired of this bullcorn. You are there to protect a president. Would you do that to President Obama? If President Obama was on stage and somebody came and told you, hey, 30 minutes earlier, look, I saw this shisty looking fella. Hey, look, I saw this shady looking fella looking around here and scoping out the place. No, hell no. You'd have Obama in that car rolling down the street to go to an underground bunker. But for Trump, you don't care. And we see that. However, there is one person that does care. God. That shot, from all videos that I have seen, if his head did not turn at the perfect time, at the perfect angle, he would have been gone. That was God. That was God's angels who said, look, there's a guy on top of that roof. Look, there's a guy on top of that roof. Look. And that's why I say it was planned. I don't care what President Biden has to say. I don't care what the left-wing media has to say. I don't even care what the right-wing media has to say. It was planned. They were too damn inept. There was no excuse for it. Just like with Benghazi. I've been hollering this for years with Benghazi. It was a setup. And the little guys that were supposed to kidnap the ambassador got overzealous and killed him. And that's also why I say that Obama's running things, is because if you look at the parallel, the same shit happened. Oh, there's not enough Secret Service to be over there with the ambassador. There's not enough security to send over there with the ambassador. The army's right over the hill. It can respond and save the ambassador's life right now. Did they? No, they didn't, because Hillary said, stand down. Under Obama's watch. And he was in that damn room. Same thing here. Karine, do you think anybody cares that Biden knows how it feels to lose someone? All he ever does is try and play the woe is me, sympathy, sob story. My son died in a plush hospital with brain cancer. Yeah. And his daddy got 13 of his brothers killed while they died bleeding to death on the cold concrete. And then when their surviving friends came back, his daddy asked them, what do you want? What would make this right? How could I make this right for you? If you think for 1 second, any of you, that it wasn't planned, you need to put all of your politics aside. All of them. All of them. Or if it makes it easier for you, put your favorite politician in Trump's place and ask yourself, if you were head of security, what would you do? It was planned. It was security and Secret Service was too damn inept for it not to be planned. And then they come back out and all you hear is, oh, now Trump's trying to play the victim. Oh, Trump's a real bad guy. Oh, this, that, and the other thing. And we need to cool down the rhetoric. Really? I don't see you cooling down the rhetoric. Saying that Trump was not a victim. Yeah, he was. He is the victim. He is a victim of an administration and media that is now a banana republic. And you could see God moving over that man. Now, all of his cases are being dismissed, lessened, thrown out, reversed. All of them. Because I guess there is just some people that you cannot pay to be corrupt. In fact, God is so much on Trump that he's getting other cases dismissed. because they have a link to the same damn DA office that is corrupt. Fannie Willis. This shit was planned. Just like all of these cases were planned. Just like Benghazi was planned. I don't care who's behind it. But President Trump, now you could ask my husband. I may be crazy, but I'm always right. 99.9% of the time, I am right. When I call it, I call it. And I'm going to tell you like this, President Trump. That Secret Service that you have now, I don't care if they're good people. I don't care if you like them. I don't care if you trust them. You should not trust the higher-ups. Especially now when you're watching Mayorkas and Cheeto saying we're doing a great job and we're going to investigate this and blah, blah, blah. And no, I'm not leaving. They have absolutely no conscience. Their moral compass is so screwed, I don't even know how they get from their bed, out their door, to their workspace every morning. I don't. You need to get rid of all of those Secret Service. You need to tell Biden, I don't care about your Secret Service watching over me. I'll get rid of them myself. Get them all out of here. Fire them all. And this is what you do. A lot of people are saying go down to the hood and get you some people. What you need to do is you need to look at the people that have been medically retired, that can run a security team. And I'm not just trying to put my husband in this, but he could probably run a security team better than Cheeto's Cheeto. And you can't pay him enough to go against what he believes is right. Because the Marine Corps that he came out of didn't raise no punks. And the fact of the matter is that Marine Corps raised a man with honor. So yeah, I'm shouting out to my husband and anybody like him. Because of a surgery, he was medically retired. He could not do security anymore. And that's all he's done all his life. From the age of 18 or 17 all the way up to now where he's in his 40s. He did nothing but security for places like Wells Fargo. He even helped the Secret Service secure St. Jude's when Michelle Obama was coming in. And this is how I know this Secret Service is full of crap. It's because the Secret Service, when he recounts the story, they ask him, when he says, you know, that might be a good place for a sniper up there, and then told them that he was a counter sniper. And the first thing they asked him was, is there roof access in or around that building? And they govern themselves accordingly. That's another way I know these Secret Service are full of crap. You need to get a bunch of yo MAGA folk, you know, the ones that were looking out, videotaping all this stuff, the cops that were on the horn saying 30 minutes before, look, there's a problem, 15 minutes before, look, there's a problem. You need to get them people, you need to put weapons in their damn hands, and you need to put your badge of MAGA right there on their arms. And I don't care if the left wing says, oh look, he's creating a Hitler's SS. No, what he's doing is making sure that Biden's SS doesn't get him messed up and killed. So that's what I'm telling you, President Trump. You need to get the people that love you, that care about you and care about your family and love your family and love what you did for America. You need to get them people arm them and make them your security. And of course, I may not like to travel around the country or be without my husband, but if it means keeping yo ass safe, President Trump, I will be more than happy to put his skills up against Secret Service and the rest of those yahoos' skills any day of the week. Any day of the week. And by the way, if you want to hold a rally in Mississippi, I'm going to tell you right now, you come on down to my neighborhood, where I live in Vaughn, Mississippi, you come on down here. You can have it right here on my property. All are welcome. And my husband will personally secure this venue. Because I'm telling you right now, with all that forewarning, President Trump, with all that other stuff, I wish somebody in the crowd was thinking, because let that be me, I would have taken an apple, a water bottle, anything, and started pegging that fool on the roof with it. Go out, buy a Starbucks cup of coffee, because you could do that in 30 minutes. Go out, get you a Starbucks cup of coffee, and throw that hot stuff right in his fucking face. President Trump, you need to get rid of the Secret Service. Because it is 100% clear that either they are so inept that it will look planned, or it was planned and they stood by and allowed it to happen. But if you look at the timeline, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that they did the same thing in Benghazi that they did there. They want you dead. You need to take whatever favor you found in God, whatever angels you have around you, and start thinking like a businessman. Stop relying on inept service. And start getting people who love you, adore you, care about you, want you to be president. Because you arm those mofos, and I guarantee you, outside, inside, on the moon venues, they gonna have you secure. And that's just what I'm saying. And if you need somebody to give you security tips on how these people screwed up so bad that you should fire them all and get with your own security detail, you are more than happy to contact me. Feel free. And I will give the phone to my husband, and he will break it down, because that's where I get my stuff from, is he breaks it down for me. Common sense, sure, but he break it down for me on what they did wrong in the security. He said right in that 15-minute mark, when those inside counter snipers stated that there was somebody scoping out the building, he would have had that building swarmed. He would have had that place swarmed, and you would have been out of there. I'm telling you, Trump, you need to go on and get you better security. Because the security that works for you right now also works for Biden. Also works for that piece of trash Cheeto, whatever the hell her name is. Also works for that piece of trash Mayorkas. They can't secure the border. They can't secure the country. They were securing Pepsi bottles. You need to get some security that wants to secure you. And that's real with Robo.